My husband is going to be so shocked that I did this without crying for his help. It's either do it yourself or wait. I'm way better at doing it myself than I am at waiting. That whole sheet of tea, like the leaves were touching, and now look. It was so good. Of course, Leo had to join in. Huh, Leo? He's busy. I'll give you some privacy. Hello, welcome to my home. If you're new here, my name is Karen. I have 3 big goals today. One goal is to get my office set up since we moved my office again. Totally worth it because I'm back in the sun porch. And the view is just gorgeous. I get to see my veggie plants, you know, that are on, and my herbs that are on the deck. And I see deer. I see the cat that likes to visit our yard. You know, there's always just something to see. So I love facing the glass slider so that I can see literally all the things in the backyard and the backyard itself. I want to get that set up, and that also clears out my bedroom because my bedroom is like a 9x9 or a 9x10. You know, it's not huge, so I would love to clear out any remnants of an office. And I've been thinking about putting a rocking chair in here, even if it's temporary. Then I also want to put my daughter's boxes, things that she's keeping. She's deciding if she wants me to send those to her or if she'd like to get rid of them. So I'm letting her take the time for that. I want to get those on a shelf and get them labeled. And I mentioned putting the chair here. Oh, I know. When we took off her bedding, we did end up getting rid of her mattress pads. A couple of you had mentioned those have lived their best life and it's time for them to go. So they went. And I want to kind of gather all of the extra blankets and sheets, see what I have, and kind of think through what I need and don't need. Sometimes the mix match blankets end up staying just because when we have guests, sometimes we don't have like the perfect blankets for them, or they need more blankets because they're cold. So I do like to keep a certain amount of extra blankets, but I want to get them all in one spot and go through them. This is going in the office, which would be great because I do tend to pile things here. And then here's this mess from me moving offices and changing things, and I just was tired and threw things in the corner. So this has got to get cleared out as well. This is empty and trash. This is a candle. I'll put that. I have a place where I put candles. I haven't burned it in a while. This is my face cream. Put that back where it goes. This can go in a drawer too. And I need glasses to see, is this old or new? This is new and it's mine, so it needs to go in my pocketbook. All right. I'll put these away and I'll be right back. Remember, always try to complete the cycle. Don't just set it aside. Take a minute, put it away. Do I always do that? As a matter of fact, no. I wouldn't have had the mess I just showed you if I always did that. Wah, wah, wah. Okay, this stuff will go in my office. Except for this sales flyer. And this I'm getting rid of. Alright, let's go through it, man. Alright, this is an address I need, a note I need, a map I need, my COVID vaccination. Yeah, okay. Oof. Oh yeah, my coloring book. Okay. All right, lavender spray. This I'm getting rid of and I'll be right back. Okay, this needs to go in the basement. I must, oh, I bet it's, is that, let's go to that box that's in the corner here. Nope, it doesn't. All right, so we'll put this in the basement. Let's see if I can move this while it's still full. Nope. No. let's try this again. Okay, so I want to move some things around in my office. Let me show you. A few of you mentioned that you agreed with my husband that this closet would be better over there because it would open the room, which I do agree with that. So this is actually coming out, this blue couch. It's going up in Yvonne and Ava's room. And I was hoping that would happen over the weekend. It didn't. So what I can't bring it up the stairs, but I might be able to get it out of this room. So I'm going to see if I can like muscle it out. And then over here, we're going to do some gardening. And I actually, at the plant and book sale, I got this little beauty. I wish I would have bought more because when I paid for it then, we were leaving, I realized how cheap the plants were. They were like $1 or $2 a piece. This is a cherry hot pepper. I got it from my husband. I won't eat any of that. And then this is red onion as well. So we might see how they do in the house. I just need to do a little bit of research to make sure that they can grow inside without like bees cross-pollinating. I'm thinking they can. I don't know. I'm going to look it up. I got to be careful of Woozy here on the floor. Already got stuff in here from editing this morning. Also, I want to thank all of you. The advice for my vegetables for outside that I asked on my last video is coming in. Super helpful. So I will be implementing that, like putting Tums in my Roma tomatoes. And what was the other one? Oh, little stake up of the chamomile and that they spread. And, you know, just knowing that my tomatoes probably need magnesium and that there's some bloomin' rock going on. Appreciate that so much. Okay. My knowledge of growing is small. Ooh. The big thing is, can I get it past this closet? Hopefully Leo won't be too sad because he does sleep on it. Like cat hair all over it. Alright, I'm getting distracted. How to do this? Because I might need to move the closet over in order to do this. I think one hard thing about having the closet over here that I'm realizing is because of radiators, it won't be flush against the wall where it is flush here. But I'm still going to see what it would be like. Also, it might be, yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay. Who knows, maybe I'll end up getting rid of this. And then I think I want to move, there's an end table over here, because I do need something to plug in, because I don't want my desk against a wall, because I want to be able to face the glass sliders. Oh yeah, so that has plugs in the top. Now that I'm moving around, I'm hot. And I don't mind like my cord having to stretch across because I only have my laptop plugged in when I'm working, and then I can put the laptop on the top of this end table when I'm not working. Oh, I just realized though I needed to move that closet over so I could get the couch out. How does my husband do these things? I don't know. I think I can walk it over. I'll maybe push it over. Oh! I am woman, hear me roar. It has sliders on the bottom. Of course Leo had to join in, huh Leo? He's busy. I'll give you some privacy. And then always when I move furniture, I vacuum. So we'll be vacuuming this area and, you know, any place I move stuff before I move stuff on top of it. My husband is going to be so shocked that I did this without crying for his help. But he is in the office today, so it's either do it yourself or wait. I'm way better at doing it myself than I am at waiting. Ooh, okay. Oops, okay. Oh yeah, it doesn't need to be flush. We'll probably move it if the grandkids come anyway, but I don't think they could pull it down on themselves. So now I'll put this, I'll put the light here right beside it, which works because there's a plug. There's a lot of natural light in here anyway. And then this, let's try this. Don't mind the mess out there. A lot of that's Goodwill stuff that's leaving. Ooh, look at that. Perfect. That's staying right there. You know, I could see some negatives. It's hard to show you because this room is so small. But you know that blank wall, I don't know how I feel about that. I'm going to take down because that looks funny there now. I have regrets of putting that up, but I feel like maybe when we sell the house, somebody would like this. But for us, we ended up keeping our coats in our bedroom because this just became such a mess. Leo's like, is this a hiding spot for me? No, it's not, Leo. Let's try this here. And then this here. I might hang this, but not right now. Maybe I'll put it on the radiator. Nope. How about this radiator? Yep. That's actually pretty near perfect. Put the light over here. Next, this stuff goes in the office, and I'm going to figure out where it should be. And some of this goes in my office, and some of this just needs to be put away. But first, my body is telling me to take a protein break. I think it's probably from moving furniture. So I'm going to go ahead and listen to my body. I'm going to get a protein snack, and I'm going to watch a YouTube video, something that I enjoy, and it will also motivate me to keep going. So I took about a 30-minute break to watch a video, and now I'm taking a mint and stevia break because it takes an hour and a half to 2 hours to dry mint in the oven. It only takes 20 minutes to dry stevia. So I'm going to get the mint going because I really want to have apple mint tea after my supper tonight. It does aid in digestion. It has a lot of health benefits if you look it up. And I'm very curious about the stevia. I'm a little concerned because you're supposed to do like 100 to 150 degrees on the mint, 140 degrees on the stevia, and the lowest my oven will go is 170. So I'm hoping, since that's considered warm, you know, keeping something warm in my oven, that'll be okay. So all of this is pretty much an experiment. Like, I don't even know how much to put in the tea bowl. So we'll see how it goes, and I guess I'll just learn as I go. What I'm going to do is, I have these ones that are bent to the side. So those are the ones I'm going to take. And I think a lot of that is just because there's, oh, they smell so good. There's not enough room in the pot for them to grow up. So I'm sure I'm taking more than I need, but that's okay. Then I'll have some tea for tomorrow too. So here's my chamomile. See how it's all laying down? So someone said, yeah, stake that up with some twigs and some twine. So that's something I'll need to do. All right, so I have no idea how much stevia to take. So this one, I'm honestly gonna just cut that because it's like bent anyway. I wonder, it seems like literally everything needs to be staked. I have another little one growing here, so I'm going to take these two. Do I know if I'm doing this right? No, I do not. I do know that I see some roots, so let's cover it here. All right. I don't know how much you need. So it's all very exciting and interesting. Ooh, okay, that will not do. We don't want spiders on my mint. It also has like pollen, so I'm going to give it a good wash. Isn't this exciting? All right, feel free to ignore the fact that I have dishes to do. I think what I'll do actually is put these in like a colander, just the leaves, and rinse them that way. I don't want to touch my dirty dishes, so here we go. Maybe I'll do this, let me see. If I see a lot of dirt on one, I'll also clean it before it goes in here, like any signs of insects. Oh, stay here. I'm going to bring all this into my office now, and we'll go ahead and decide where everything's going to go. Whenever I organize, I'm always the kind of person I really need to go slowly because it doesn't come naturally to me. It's just something I have to work at, and always telling myself, you know, if it doesn't work out, you just change it. So we're going to think about, I'm sitting here, where can I make what I use all the time the most reachable? And then other things could go here. They could go in the tall closet. The big deal here is when I am editing. So when I am editing, I'm just going to think about all the things I use. Luckily, I edited, and it's all still right here. So there's no need to think. So I know my microphone, the plug to my laptop, my hard drive, and whatever this little thing is called. Of course, my laptop. So, and my headphones. All right. So I know it's a good idea. Oh, you know what? I can't plug. Well, I guess, yeah, actually there's a hole back here, so I could put the cord to my laptop there. So I'm going to put the laptop here. Let me see if that works. Woo! Because I don't want to be bending it all over the place if I can avoid it. But having it plugged in at night is a good deal. Oh yeah, I can totally do that. It has this hole right here, so I can thread this right like that. I like that. That's what I always have my husband do to my closets. Hopefully that little bend right there won't be a problem, but you can see that hole there. And then I don't want things getting all tangled up. I don't always use the microphone, so I'm going to put my hard drive here. It's like a little crumbs in here of something. Oh, a little colored pencil lead. Put this here, and I'm going to put this here. That's all I'm putting in here. And then in this one, I will put the microphone. And then in this one, I need to go find my prayer journal again. This is the Bible I use for my Bible study, so I'm going to put my Bible here, and then when I locate the prayer journal that is eluding me, I will put it right here. Now on top here, to help me keep it clear, I need to get myself a plant and style this a little bit, put some decor on here. For now, it'll be this picture of my sisters and I. And then this is a book I'm reading currently. And I'll just put a candle kind of on top of that. Or maybe the candle there. What do you think? I don't know. And then I don't even know what this goes to. I think, oh, I know, there's like flashing lights under here, which I hate. So this is good because then I know how to turn it off. Oh yeah, I don't like the lights. Okay, so we'll leave that there. Or maybe like that. Or, I don't like that either. In the drawer, there's a good spot for it. Now this one, this is my, oh, that's what those little metal pieces were from that I found. I heard something jingle on the floor and I couldn't figure it out. I'm missing one. Oh dear. That's a problem. Okay, for now I'm just going to ignore the fact that there's, oh, I hear it. There it is. Yay. I was going to say I'll ignore that it needs another shelf and just not, but I will. Oh, this is wrong. Goes this way. Let's go this way. Yes. Okay. So then the heavier book I'm going to put on the bottom because these shelves just can't really take it. And then this lighter stuff can go here. And I have like, this I'll need to declutter That has some receipts I know I don't need, but we'll need to declutter this. It's got like my husband's wallet. I need to find out what he wants to do with that. And then this one I have pens. So I have an empty one down here. This is electronics I don't always use. I'll put these kind of, actually I'm going to switch these to the bottom because I'm going to bring up from the basement. Oh, maybe it won't fit. Maybe that's why they were in here. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to put my rock painting paints here. So here's my other coloring pens. I'll put these here with the paper mates. And what did I do? These are the acrylic pens, and I'm going to go down in the basement to get my paints and my paintbrushes. Whenever I go to the basement, all I see is work. I also was going to make a sign for the bench out there, so I brought that up too to remind myself. I'm just going to put these in. Actually, I can stand them up because this is such a deep drawer. You know, I was into the stickers and the washies, and, you know, maybe that will come back again. But for now, this is what we're doing. And, you know, it's okay. Like, I used to get so wrapped up into, you know, I probably bought all this for the price it would take me to go out to dinner with a friend. And then the dinner's gone. That doesn't bother me. But to get rid of my washi tapes knowing I might buy them again someday, that bothers me. Even though if I just took whatever it cost me to go out with a friend and bought washi tapes and stickers, I would have plenty. So this really fit perfectly. And then YouTube stuff that I don't use all the time, my pens. And this I need to declutter, but it's not happening today. And then this is actually an envelope system. This is a devotional I read. That side, and then a Bible. And there's spare room for whatever. I don't know. I just realized I hate this because I don't like the way that looks. So I think I'm going to move it over there. But the thing is, I really need an outlet. I don't think there's an outlet here. Nope, there isn't. So over there it goes. But then it won't be functional. So now I'm thinking maybe I just need a floor plant or something to go here to cover that. What do you think? Let me know what you think in the comments. It needs to be functional. That's kind of first. I'm not switching out my desk because this was the good width to get both slider glass doors. If I move this here and my desk there, then the table is too close to this door, which we go in and out of for the barbecue. That's why that didn't work. So I just need to think it through some more, but I'm going to live with this for a little while, I guess, first. Now I have this coloring book, which I need to see if it'll fit over here. It does on the bottom, so that's good. Then this Bible and this journal also don't fit anywhere, so let me just double check if I'm right. Oh no, well, not really. Okay, I was right. So this goes here. I could put them in that closet in the drawer. Actually, I should put this one on top. I also need to start using it. I was thinking about using it for spreading scripture. Maybe I'll put them like that? I don't know. I'm overthinking. All right. Oh, I also have this one. And this can be stored. It's a Bible study notes. All right. I put this on. Well, basically, this is the way I had it in my bedroom. I'll just do this. It'll get better over time. This is just where we are today. All right, now I have my calendar. And this that I use for my brain dump. So I'm going to just put these both here, which I think is a good place for them. Woo. Okay. And actually these AirPods go in my bedroom. And I think I'm done for today. Obviously this needs some stylizing, something to make it look cute. But for now, I'm super happy with it. Okay, and this is after 40 minutes. They feel like they're almost done. So I'm going to keep an eye on them now because I don't want them to burn. Here's the bottom. Yeah, I'm thinking 10 more minutes because they're on 170. I actually feel like they're done. Maybe 5 more minutes. I had set my timer on an hour and there's 22 minutes left, but I really feel like I only need 5 more minutes. So I'm going to set another timer. So that whole sheet of tea, let me get it so that you can see. That whole sheet of tea, like the leaves were touching, and now look. So they shrink up quite a bit. So that's good to know. You know, if I could get 2 cups of tea out of this, one for me and one for Rachel, because we're the only ones who are going to want it today, I'll be happy. So I just kind of want to see. Yeah, so, you know, we'll be putting that in a tea ball or a tea bag. I have both. And making ourselves some tea tonight. I also read that you don't steep mint more than 10 minutes or it gets a bitter flavor. So, yeah, let me know if you've ever done this. And if there's something I'm doing wrong, I would love to know. I'm going to take another break before I have to make dinner, and then I think I'll do the stevia leaves while my dinner is cooking. After I clean up these dishes, I am going to make supper. I'm going to take you along for that. I will say I was determined to show you the latter part of my day because I fizzle at 4 o'clock in the afternoon every day. And I kind of push myself through supper preparation unless my husband is cooking, which does happen probably a good half of the time. So I push myself through that. And I never get to film it because I'm pushing myself through. But today I was determined. But here's what happened. I completely fizzled with the whole tea thing. So before bed, my daughter Rachel made both of us a cup of apple mint tea. And I never did dry the stevia leaves. So that needs to be done still. And so today I'm going to cut more mint. I'm going to, dehydrate it and dehydrate the stevia, make myself a cup so I can try out the stevia thing, and I will let you know. So truth bomb, and then Rachel made her own dinner, I made my own dinner, and I made myself the best dinner ever. So you'll see that. I'll show you. And then I left the dishes for morning. And thankfully, my wonderful husband just did those dishes about a half an hour ago. I was awake this morning at 4:30 in the morning. So I started editing this video at 5 in the morning because I thought, you're up, you might as well do something. And it is 8:55 right now, and we're still editing. But, we're getting there. This is what my mornings look like. My morning routine is pretty much non-existent, so I'm going to have to do a reality check kind of video for what my life really looks like because I so often end up editing the morning away, which is actually fine. I enjoy it, and I'm not really that sharp at night. I wish I could do it at night, but it just doesn't work for me, so I do it in the morning, and then I really start. I'm trying to get better about doing the morning routine before I edit, but I knew I had a long video this day and I kind of liked it and I was kind of happy for it, so I didn't mind it. So that's what we're doing this morning. But normally I do try to take care of, you know, watering the plants and making sure the bed's made and the laundry's flowing and the dishes are put away and the dishwasher is filled if it needs to be. So it's a work in progress, but I feel like we're doing pretty good. It doesn't have to be perfect every day, you know? I want to make pesto with some fish and mixed vegetables. So I'm going to take some of these side stalks, and I need a 1/4 cup of basil leaves. I'm using a recipe for the measurements, but instead of using softened butter and putting it in a food processor to combine, I'm actually going to melt the butter and add everything to it. And then, you know, I will let it harden. I said to pack them down too. So I always take from, you know, ones that I either think are too long or they're on the edge, not doing well because of being on the edge. But this one's almost woody. All right. So pack down the leaves. I'm going to wash them. So cutting herbs and using them right away, I cannot express the difference. It's crazy. Now this would be great if I was composting, which I'm not. All right, for the pesto, it calls for 1 stick of butter. And then, there's my phone. 1 tablespoon of lemon juice plus 2 teaspoons of zest. I'm not using zest. I'm not going to bother with that, so I'm doing it maybe a little heavy of a tablespoon. And then it said 20 grams or 3/4 of an ounce of finely grated cheese. So I'm just using the kind grated by the store. Nice and easy. And then rinse this. 2 cloves of garlic, and I feel like I like garlic, so I'm not going to worry about it. And then a 1/4 cup, I need to wash this, of finely pressed or super pressed packed basil. Since I'm not using a food processor, I have my kitchen scissors and I'm just going to finely cut the basil leaves. I mean, they're going to wilt too, remember. But you could always follow the directions and do this in a food processor, and then you wrap it and you store it in the refrigerator until you're going to use it. It said how long it lasts. Let me check. And then salt and pepper to taste. It says 2 weeks in the wrap butter, store in fridge for up to 2 weeks, or in the freezer for several months. So this would be good kind of at the end of growing season if you're not bringing your basil inside. You could do a bunch of this, I guess it's actually called like basil butter, basil parmesan butter or something like that. Yeah, I don't have that. I didn't save that part. I only saved the directions. I basically was looking at butter, basil, lemon, and seeing what was coming up. You know, I was putting in the ingredients I wanted. And then when I saw a recipe come up, I thought, okay, I'll use their measurements. But again, I don't feel like I have to do it their way. I just wanted the ratios. And I'm going to put this on fish. And then some Brussels sprouts and broccoli. Maybe even a little onion, actually. That sounds good. Or scallions, like green onion. Where do you see the green onion I grew? I'll show it to you. And so I'm just going to stir it. I probably should have melted the butter. Oh, I don't even have the burner on, no wonder. But it might have been a good idea to melt some of this butter first. This green onion was cut down, and then this grew in just a few days. So I really like to eat the bottom part of the onion, or the green onion, but I think what I'm going to do is I'll have I'll buy a bunch so that I can eat this part, but then I'll also buy a bunch so I can grow this part. So that's what I think I'm going to do tonight. And also, This piece is completely new. So this I'll use tonight. I'm going to put it directly in here because why not? Did the recipe call for it? No. But it'll taste good. I'm going to move out of the way. Did you hear me?
Okay. Are you making tea?
No. I'll let you do that after supper. No, so I thought we could have some mint tea after we eat if you want some mint tea.
So chopping up the vegetables here, and I'm chopping up my broccoli. I really was inspired to do broccoli because this is fresh broccoli and I could tell it needs to be used. In another 2 days, I would be questioning whether I should throw it away. So way better to eat it than to wait and end up throwing it away. And you're going to see me cook or chop more Brussels sprouts than I'm eating because I only put like 2 in mine because it's not really on my food plan, but I love the flavor. So I just put a couple chopped up in there. The rest are Rachel's. And a really sad story was I offered to do Brussels sprouts for her, and then I didn't set the timer. I thought I did, and I burnt them. Isn't that so sad? This is me after 4 o'clock. I'm telling you, I have no brain. Speaking of no brain, I wanted to revisit the tea. So I wanted to update you that a full cookie sheet of tea leaves, because I didn't overlap them at all, was really 1 cup of tea. And even then, it was super, super mild. I have to admit, I love my tea strong. When I drink black tea, I put 2 tea bags in my cup. But even my daughter said super mild. Like she said, it would be good for someone who didn't like tea to kind of like just introduce, or didn't like peppermint tea, to introduce the peppermint.
So I'm adding avocado oil to my veggies. Where's my little spoon? Oh, there it is. I'm going to let them cook a little bit, and then I'll add the pesto type parmesan basil mixture. And that's what that looks like. Very yummy.
All that to say, I'm going to dehydrate more of the mint tea leaves today, and way, way more of them. And I'm going to see if I can get tea that is strong enough for me.
I'm going to add some water too, so I don't have to use a bunch of oil. Kind of steam it. I really only want to do the butter mixture enough to season it because I certainly don't want to have an entire stick of butter for dinner. Smells so good. All right. Then it's going over the top of the fish. And then the rest of this I'll put in the fridge to use another day. Oh my, that's so good. This is haddock, which is a white fish. I do white fish 5 minutes. And then I check the middle to see if it's flaky, and if not, I'll just put it on another minute or so. This is done. The other way to know is just to kind of touch it, and if it feels really slimy in the middle, then it needs, a minute or 2. But this looks perfect. Here it is. It's so good. I hope you try it.
Thanks so much for joining me. Remember that God loves you and I love you too, and I can't wait to see you next time.